Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dana and today's recipe is this amazing dish with chicken meatballs, potatoes and a creamy sauce. What I'm going to use to prepare this dish, well, I have here chicken meat, more exactly a chicken breast that I'm going to cut in smaller pieces and grind it. I have about 700 grams fresh parsley, spring onion, a few spring onions, 2 or 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I will need 100 milliliters of chicken soup, but because I don't have, I will use 1 cube of bouillon and 100 milliliters of hot water. Pepper freshly ground, salt but not too much because the chicken bouillon is pretty salty, so make sure to add freshly ground pepper, sweet paprika, a few garlic cloves, 4-5 garlic cloves, 1 egg, 100 grams of rolled oats, 200 grams of cream with at least 30% fat, and I'm going to use some cheese, mozzarella and also parmesan. I'm going to cut the chicken meat in smaller pieces, and because chicken meat is pretty tender, I'm going to use the food processor to make it a paste. Make sure just not to put all the meat at once in the food processor because you're going to grind it way too much. So do this process in 2 batches, okay? So first grind the meat and place it in a bigger bowl in which we can combine all the ingredients. With the same food processor, I'm going to grind the parsley, spring onion and garlic, and pour these vegetables over the meat. And I will add the rest of the ingredients as well, except the cream. I'm not going to add it here. With the cream I'm going to make a sauce. So I will add spices. Just be careful with salt. That's my advice. I will add oats. They will give taste, and also the meatballs will be pretty tender. We have an egg that is going to bind everything. Paprika is going to give color but also taste. I will smash the chicken bouillon cube and add it over. This chicken soup will hydrate the oats, and the meatballs will be so tender and so tasty. You have to try this out, okay? So I will smash this chicken cube of bouillon and mix it well with that hot water and add this over the meat mixture. Also, if you want, you can add a tiny bit of white wine, but it's up to you. I didn't add that. I added only the chicken stock. As you see, I added paprika, pepper, all the other spices are over the meat. And so the chicken stock, and I will knead this mixture really well with my hand. I make sure to combine everything together, and I'm going to leave this mixture aside for about 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to peel potatoes, and you can use for this recipe new potatoes. They are super yummy for these, but also old ones are good as well. So just peel them, wash them, cut them in quarters, and I'm going to boil them for about 10-15 minutes on the stove with just some water. I just cut them in quarters and peel and put them to boil. So I use about 4 potatoes. For the sauce, I have here cream that I pour in a bowl. Over it, I'm going to add some pepper, a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of tomato paste. I'm going to mix in there all of these, a pinch of sweet paprika, and some thyme, and I will leave this aside as well. I will shape now the meatballs, so I just put some oil on my hands and shape them and place them in this dish. This meal is super healthy because I'm going to bake all of these, so we're not frying the meatballs, I'm just going to bake them. But first I'm going to shape the meatballs and place them all around the dish. And when potatoes are going to be not quite fully boiled, I'm going to drain the water from them, and also I'm going to place them in the dish. So I just took potatoes off the stove and drain that hot water, and I'm going to take potatoes and put over them a pinch of pepper and some salt, toast them and place them inside the dish as you see now. Arrange them nicely inside the dish. I have a meat mixture for about 3 more meatballs, so I'm going to shape those as well and place them in the center of the dish. As you see, it looks amazing. I'm going to bake all of these at 200 Celsius, so 200 degrees Celsius or 392 Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes, and everything will look like this. I'm going to warm up the sauce, the one with cream, in the microwave for about 30 seconds because I don't want the difference of temperature to crack the dish. And I'm going to pour the sauce over the meatballs because I realized I had in the fridge some mozzarella cheese. I decided to add some mozzarella cheese over meatballs and potatoes, but you can add pretty much any cheese you prefer. Cheddar you can add. I just had mozzarella, so I added that. And I'm going to bake these in the oven again for about 15 minutes. Before cheese, let's sprinkle some chili flakes. I really love chili flakes, so sprinkle a bit of those. And now let's add cheese. And I added cheese over meatballs and potatoes all over the dish. So bake these again, and after those 15 minutes again in the oven, after the cheese melted and the sauce got thick, I grated some Parmesan cheese, just a tiny bit of that, and also some I chopped some fresh parsley. The meal is ready to be served now. You can add some salad, tomato salad or lettuce one, and it's ready to be served. Make sure to have friends and family over dinner, and I really hope you're going to try this recipe because it's really good. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you here next time with another recipe. Until then, find reasons to smile. Bye bye.